Hello and welcome to another edition of Varsity Sports here on Educational Channel 15. Varsity hockey on the docket once again. This is a championship game this evening. Medford is the visitor. This is for a league championship. The winner of this game tonight can call themselves champions. Educational Channel 15 is proud to bring you this game, this championship. This is something that the boys have been thinking about now for several days, more specifically in the last 48 hours after they each won their semifinals. And just what an exciting evening it is. You have Medford coming in with only one loss. Their one loss was 4 days ago to our Somerville Highlanders. At Medford, the final the other day was 2-1. The Highlanders, they're the undefeated team. They're the number one seed. That's why they have home ice advantage here at Veterans Memorial Arena. It looks like both teams are ready. They've been coached up. And this Medford team, they're actually in a spot where they're coming off of that loss the other day against Somerville by a goal. They're the hunter tonight. Our Highlanders have to know that this Medford team, they're coming for them. You suffer a loss like that in a close game and you lose the home ice advantage. Everyone knew from the beginning that these two teams were going to be playing. So this Medford team, I am sure that their coach, Sean Bates, has them ready to go. On the Somerville side, the boys just have to remember not to assume anything, not to get cocky. Just because they're undefeated, they still have to come out tonight and play their game, and that's exactly what they've been doing lately. They have been the hot team in this league. They have come out in every single one of their games on fire. And it looks like both teams now are going into a huddle here. So we are just about ready to start. We apologize for the delay. Apparently there was an equipment problem. They had to repair the Zamboni. We have Ben Martin on camera. Joe Constantine is directing. My name is Tim Cronin. And it looks like the music has stopped, thank goodness. And we are just about ready to go here. One of the things the boys have to keep in mind tonight is that this isn't Everett. They're not playing Everett. Everett's a fiction. They're a thing of the past. And this Medford team is, as they know, not a team that they can just walk over. Again, this Medford team, I'm assuming they're the hunter, and they're coming for them. Our Highlanders look ready, and we just await to see if they come out with the same sort of vigor they did the other night against Everett, where they took it to them right away. Closing huddle with the coaches here. Our Highlanders won all of their games except for one. They tied with Medford in their first game here in Somerville. And again, Medford winning all of their games except for that one loss the other day to Somerville. And it looks like we are ready to begin. We have a lot of fans here this evening, which is always nice to see. And right now, the Highlanders getting ready to start things off here. And the Medford team applying pressure here in the first 30 seconds. And both teams flying right now. And this is exactly what we expect tonight. Championship hockey. Nothing should come easy for either team. In goal for Medford, John Nichelia. He is going to have to play the game of his life. Based on what I've seen so far, Somerville has the most talent. I believe they have a little bit more talent than Medford does this year. So the goaltending has to be superb for both teams, especially Medford. Again, Somerville with a little bit more firepower this year, which is usually Medford's advantage in previous years. Right now, we have a very fast pace. Very, very important for each team not to make a critical mistake in their own end. And we have a whistle here. And let's see who is called. And it looks like Medford is going on the power play here, and number 9, Nick Cicerone, is in the penalty box, and he had a little bit of a war with the official the other night in the semifinal. So he has to relax himself. He has to come in and play his game. He's a key player for the Highlanders. He knows how to put the puck in the net. And right now, Medford on the power play. And this is exactly what you don't want to start the game. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to be that person. And again, I highlight the goaltenders. They have a lot of pressure on them, both. And right now, Medford working that power play, making it difficult for the Highlanders to clear, and they finally do. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go on the Medford power play here. Highlanders have to kill this. On the attack again is Medford. Nice job by number 5, Nathan Doe, slowing down the Medford attack. Medford now still in control. We are under a minute to go on the power play. That's a slap shot way wide. And the Highlanders clear. So we're at 30 seconds to go on the Medford power play. Tenson on the forecheck here. Highlanders want to do everything they can to slow down Medford. Right now, we're under 20 seconds to go on the Medford power play. Nice job there. Aiden O'Donovan, number 22, on the forecheck. On the attack again, Medford, miscue there, and Aiden now working with the other Aiden. Aiden Johnson, wrist shot, he scores! Wow, wrist shot, high, right up top, just underneath the crossbar. He scores 1-0 Highlanders, and just as the penalty had ended, the power play for Medford, Aiden O'Donovan able to work with his line mate, or his teammate, I should say, Aiden Johnson, and the 2-on-1 was created, and he went upstairs. Wow. Great wrist shot there from Aiden Johnson. 1-0 Highlanders. Medford now, they are stung coming off of that power play. Will they be able to maintain their composure? The Highlanders on the attack again. You'll hear both coaches in the background. Very boisterous, very loud. Chris Capasso of Somerville and Sean Bates of Medford. Both with very strong personalities, similar coaching styles. On the attack here, Chris Bonney. Here's Aiden Johnson now, working with Chris Bonney again. Aiden, wrist shot. He tried to go upstairs again. He was aiming for that top corner, just missed. Aiden O'Donovan trying to create. Medford defending. And the Highlanders applying that pressure. There's Tenson doing battle. Cosmo Curtatone trying to come out with it. And Medford now on the attack. 2-on-1. Oh, defensive work by Aiden Johnson. Taking his man out with the body. Nice work, Aiden. There's a wrist shot. Save made. Jack Donovan in goal. And we will have a face-off in the Highlander end. 9:33 to go in the first period. 1-0 Highlanders. Worth mentioning again that this was really the Highlander year for the hockey team. This is, I think, the first year since I've been broadcasting that they have been, as far as talent, I would say superior to Medford from a talent standpoint in hockey. We so wish that we could have had a season and a state tournament. Medford now trying to get something going. The Highlanders doing a nice job forechecking. We're under 9 minutes to go in this first period. Nice work defensively by the Highlanders. They'll begin their attack now. That was number 15, Peter Lounsbury. Nathan Doe trying to restart with Dylan. There's Peter Lounsbury. Right now we have a battle of back and forth here. Educational Channel 15 proud to bring you varsity sports. Again, a really fast-paced first period. And we can hear the shouting from the coaches from both benches. Restart for the Highlanders. Josh Amaral trying to work it up. Both teams trying to establish something here, some sort of an attack. Again, the early goal by Somerville. Medford now on the attack here. Tenzin back checking. Beautiful work, Tenzin. Puck is played off the boards. John Donovan is there to cover it up. 7:12 to go here in the first period. Goaltending right now. Highlander attack begins. Brendan Jones on that right wing. And a nice job by the Highlanders, making it difficult for Medford to begin an attack out of their own end. And again, keeping the puck in, number 11. For the Highlanders, Alec Morgan. Medford now trying to set something up. Here's Lounsbury trying to clear. Wrist shot just wide of the net. Restart from Medford. Again, a fast-paced first period here. Puck is cleared. Aiden Johnson now with 6 minutes to go in the first period. He will begin. Is Tenzin. Medford still on the attack. And again, both coaches here, non-stop instructions to their players. And there's a goal! Oh my goodness! And that was, oh my goodness, Aiden Johnson. I think he was just trying to send the puck to the front of the net. And for whatever reason, the Medford goaltender, Nichella, didn't see it. And it skittered in. 2-0 Somerville, and wow, I don't know if he was blinded, but he didn't seem to see the puck until it was too late. So a 2-0 lead for the Highlanders, and they have just made their presence known now. They are in full control. And the Highlanders again on the attack here. Out in front of the net, backhand. Oh my goodness. That was Chris Bonney. He had a backhand save made Nichella, and then he turned around and had a wrist shot. Nichella doing a nice job there in net. 2-0 Highlanders. I talked about the goaltending, and I talked about how the Medford goaltender had to really step up tonight, and so far it's a rough night for him. A 2-0 lead for the Highlanders, and a great job defensively by Somerville. They are thwarting every attack from Medford. And now a shift change for the Highlanders. We are down to 4 minutes to go in the first period. Puck is played in now into the Somerville end. And again, the Highlanders stepping up, doing a nice job defensively. Here's Dylan clearing, or at least attempting to clear. Puck is played into the rafter, so now, or actually the netting, I should say, so there should be a face-off in the Highlander end. Somerville has really improved on their face-offs on all of their lines. Here's Cosmo. He'll take this draw. Big face-off for Medford here as they need to start creating something. Aiden now off the face-off. Nice job on the draw, Cosmo. Restart for the Highlanders. Puck played into the net. We'll have another face-off. You can hear Coach Chris giving his players some instructions. Draw again here for Cosmo. You always kind of get nervous when it's, in your own end in a championship game. Every draw just has a little bit more value to it when it's a playoff game, especially a championship. Aiden trying to clear now. On the attack, Somerville. Wrist shot. Save made by Nacella. That was Cosmo on the wrist shot. We have 3:12 to go here in the first period. Nick Cicerone on the draw. Puck is played behind the Medford net and wrapped around now. So again, Medford trying to apply pressure here. There's a wrist shot, loose puck. John Donovan with the save. Medford again applying the pressure. A nice job by John Donovan in goal. And Nick Cicerone again starting to get into it with an opponent. Can hear Coach Sean Bates. He's speaking to the ref, using some very, very kind words. And we'll have a face-off in the Highlander end, but the story right now, 2-0 Somerville. Aiden Johnson on both goals. That second goal for Aiden, though, maybe a little bit of luck for Somerville. I'm not sure if that was just something that the goalie was momentarily screened, but regardless, we will take the 2-0 lead. Face off here in the neutral zone. 2:38 to go in the first period. Puck is played into the Medford end. Again, I can hear Coach Sean Bates of Medford. And this puck is iced, so a little bit of a mental error there. I don't know who he was passing it to, but the faceoff will come all the way back into the Medford end, and these are opportunities. These are little mistakes a team makes when you clear the puck. In this example, out of your own end, well, the faceoff comes all the way back in to the left of Nacella. On the draw, Nathan. Josh Amaral at the point. He'll send the puck in. Loose puck. Nathan was there. And now Medford on the attack. Under 2 minutes to go here in the first period. Josh now on the attack. Wrist shot. Puck was deflected wide. And again, a very fast pace. Both teams, they want it badly. And even though Medford's down by 2 goals, they're not necessarily not playing well. They have made a couple of mistakes. And that's really been the difference. Puck is cleared momentarily. Dylan trying to drive it back in. We have a whistle for a face-off and a shift change for both teams. 1:14 to go in the period. And again, I can just see both coaches chirping at their players. Puck is cleared. Medford now Just not hooking up. Chris Bonney now trying to create. And now Medford counterattack. Next goal is huge. If Somerville scores it, that's just an avalanche to try to come back from. If Medford scores it, they're right back in this game. So that third goal, especially if it's 2-0, that third goal in a hockey game, so important. Somerville can taste the championship if they were to go up by 3. We have, Cosmo on the face-off here. That is played to the corner and around. Chris Bonney keeping it in. Nice work, Chris. Medford player had his back turned. Chris took advantage there. On the attack, Medford. Jack Donovan in goal doing a nice job slapping that puck away. And Somerville clears. And that will be icing. 9 seconds to go on the period. So a little bit of an opportunity here for Medford before the period ends. Our guys, of course, have been doing a great job on the face-off. Here's Cosmo now for Somerville. And that should do it in the period. 5 seconds to go. 2-0 Highlanders. Second period action just about ready to begin. Was able to get a listen to both coaches between periods. There are, well, I should say, there is high intensity on both sides. And we play on. It's going to be up to Medford to sort of clean up their act a little bit. They made a couple of mistakes in the first period that kind of cost them a little bit. And the Highlanders, they just need to keep playing their game, keep applying the pressure. Right now, they have played a fairly flawless game here in the first period. And now in the second, they just need to continue that momentum. In most cases, in a championship, usually the team that makes the least mistakes comes out on top. Shift change for both teams. And again, high-paced action here. (2-0) Highlanders. And that puck is played over the board, so we will have a draw. Again, Educational Channel 15, proud to bring you varsity sports. Face-off is at center ice. For the folks at home, 3 15-minute periods are played in Massachusetts high school hockey. Medford now again putting on the pressure. Somerville clears, and the icing will be called. So a face-off in the Highlander end. And again, Nathan Doe, big draw here. Coming out with it is Medford off the faceoff, and now the speedy Nathan Doe, he will clear through. Restart for the Highlanders. Alex Morgan drives that puck into the Medford end. Brendan Jones, big number 18, I should say, Brendan Jones, skating a nice shift here. And he tried to kick it out to Lounsbury. Medford restarts. And again, you have to love the forechecking pressure of the Highlanders, forcing Medford to turn it over in front of their own goal. So the mistakes pile up for Medford, as Somerville could have scored there. And I think that 3-0, again, that third goal that I talked about in the first period, that third goal, that can be the knife in the coffin, if you will, for Medford. They can't afford to not have the third goal of this game, and they almost blew it there. Here's Cosmo now trying to create. And he feeds Tenzin. Tenzin wrist shot. Save made. Nacella. Nice feed to Tenzin there from Cosmo. And a nice wrist shot right at the far post for Tenzin. Nacella making the nice save. Medford, they pretty much have to play flawless from here on in, being down 2. And a battle in the Medford end. Again, the Somerville line here just doing a nice job applying pressure. Aiden O'Donovan, Tenzin, and Cosmo. Nice shift, boys. Now we'll see the Nick Cicerone line here. Jake McDonald, number 20, as well as Chris Bonney, number 7. On the attack, Medford. It's a wrist shot high and over the net, and one of the things Medford has to do, I talked about this with the Somerville players a few games back, is they're not putting their shots on net. And what you wanted there was a shot on goal to possibly force a rebound. And the Highlanders will be happy to just keep taking advantage of these little rewards. However, Medford on a power play now. Number 6, Dylan Marujo taking the penalty for Somerville. So a power play for Medford. See if the Highlanders can kill this. A passing wrist shot high and over the crossbar. Again, you want to make the goaltender make the save. Another shot not on goal from Medford, as they have to start playing flawlessly if they have any hopes to get back into this game. Nice forechecking, shorthanded by the Highlanders. Jake McDonald, number 20. Now Medford again on the attack. Nice defensive play, Aiden. Medford again, the feed out front, and that's skittered across the crease. Chris Bonney now, he wraps the puck around. Medford on the power play, doing a nice job here trying to control things. And the Highlanders defend again. 1 minute to go on the Medford power play. Shift change for the Highlanders. On a penalty kill, you want number 22 out there for the Highlanders, Aiden O'Donovan. He's such a good forechecker. He's like a young Guy Carbonneau, number 22 there for Somerville. Former Montreal Canadien, 2-time Stanley Cup champion Guy Carbonneau. On the attack now, Medford driving that puck in. Under 30 seconds to go on the Medford power play. And they're in the middle of a shift change here. And easily clearing it is Josh on the Medford shift change. 15 seconds to go on their power play. And the Highlanders again doing a great job here. Nathan Doe just pickpocketing his man. And 3 seconds to go on the power play. This will be killed. So both teams now at full strength. Credit the Highlanders again. Medford not taking advantage. We're at 9 minutes to go in the second period. Who will get that third goal here? Medford struggling in their own end as the Highlanders continuously apply the pressure. Brendan Jones throwing his weight around. And the Highlanders clear again as Medford trying to get something going. And you have to love the hustle from Somerville. You can tell they just want it badly. Coach Chris has instilled in them 100% hustle and effort at all times, and they have not given up at all. They have not relented an inch as they are just flying tonight. We'll have a face-off all the way back in the Highlander end. Both teams here getting set. Brendan Jones now trying to clear. Medford keeps it in, at least for the moment. There's a wrist shot. Deflected, loose puck. Medford trying to create now. Nice defensive work, Dylan. Here's Aiden Johnson, and he will clear. And the icing will be called. We have another face-off in the Highlander end. 7:39 to go in the second period. Educational Channel 15 all over this Greater Boston League championship game. 2-0 is the score. The Highlanders in control. Medford playing with a little bit more pace here in the last couple of minutes. And the Highlanders defending again. On the attack, Medford. Puck in the corner, and some nice defensive work there by Cosmo. Aiden Johnson, he clears. Restart from Medford. Nice pressure from the Highlanders here. Aiden and Cosmo putting on that forecheck. This Aiden again, great work, taking the puck off of his man. And Medford finally clears. There's Tenson playing the puck back to the point. Alec Morgan. Now Medford on the fly here. What Medford needs to start doing is shooting. They need to start shooting from all angles, and they need to make Donovan in goal start working. They need to make him perform. Right now, the Highlanders in control of this game. 6 minutes to go in the second period. Puck is played through. Medford will try to restart. They'll place the puck in for a shift change of their own. Puck is played around, and there's Jake McDonald. Medford now trying to get going. How about the great back checking there from Nick Cicerone? Medford shot is wide. Puck played through. Dillon is there to wrap it around, and Medford able to keep it in for the moment. Dillon again. And I think we'll have a penalty here on Dillon. I think they're gonna get him for tripping. It's rather questionable, as both players were going for the puck, and it was kind of inadvertent. It was more like the player kind of tripped over his stick inadvertently. Chris Capasso, the coach of the Highlanders, not liking it and having a discussion with the ref. At any rate, we have Medford on another power play, and this is sort of one of these defining moments for them, is you only get so many opportunities, you only get so many chances. If they have any hope of getting back in this championship game, they need to put the puck in the net, and they need to do it very soon. And this power play is one of those moments, one of those opportunities. And it looks like we have a face-off all the way back on the Medford end. Nick Cicerone on the draw. We approach the 5-minute mark to go here in the second period. Medford on the attack. Remember, they're on a power play. A wrist shot high over the goal. Shot deflected. Nice job, Jake McDonald, with the forecheck there. Stick on a stick, especially when the opponent is in the act of shooting. And the Highlanders, again, brilliant work killing the power play. The Medford power play a little over a minute to go. And the Highlanders doing a great job again. That was Cosmo just clearing the puck right back on the Medford end. We are under a minute to go on the Medford power play. And do we have icing here? And it looks like we do. So the draw all the way back in the Medford end. Each second ticks off on these power plays for Medford, and they come up dry. It's just absolutely debilitating mentally for a team as they need some spark. And again, the Highlanders here, if they were to score that third goal and be up 3, it is pretty much over. Medford now with 50 seconds to go on their power play, having trouble getting it out of their own end. Credit the Highlanders again, forcing the turnover, and they clear. So the Highlanders in full control of this hockey game right now. Absolutely in command. Medford, again, trying to get something going, and they can't seem to connect. And the Highlanders, again, just making easy work. We're under 20 seconds to go on the power play. And was there even a shot on goal? Medford again, 7 seconds to go on the power play. And that puck will be cleared. Both teams now at full strength. So another penalty killed for Somerville. Medford 0-3 on the power play this evening. And when you're down 2 early in the game, that just absolutely kills you. Nice work there by number 5, Nathan Doe. And Medford again cannot get anything going. We're at 2:30 just about to go in the second period. Medford now on the attack, lays it into Donovan. Donovan not leaving a rebound as he slaps that puck right off to the side. And that puck is cleared, I believe, over the bench. So the face-off, let's see where they have this. And it looks like in the neutral zone here, Highlanders finishing off their shift change. 2:13 to go in the second. This is the Greater Boston League Championship game. They have really kind of turned this whole fractured season into a league tournament. On the Mass Hockey website, they actually are calling this the GBL Cup, Greater Boston League Cup Final. Nick Cicerone on the draw here for Somerville. Medford needs to really win a faceoff in the Highlander end. There's a clean draw win for Medford, but again, the Highlanders doing a nice job defensively, and they're clearing. Chris Bonney coming out with it. Nice one-on-one battle for him. And the Highlanders doing exactly what they need to do, slowing down the Medford attack, intercepting them. And it looks like Cosmo is going to be called for a cross-check. And the Highlander coaches are livid. They thought that was a clean hit by Cosmo. It actually looked clean to me, but they're going to get Cosmo for a cross-check. So this is another power play for Medford as Coach Chris Capasso is absolutely hollering at the ref right now. So the face-off in the Highlander end, and Chris Capasso very upset. So again, another one of these opportunities, especially with less than 2 minutes to go in the period. Another opportunity for Medford. They win the draw, but they need to start taking advantage of their chances. Here's a wrist shot save made by Donovan. Medford setting things up here. And I know what Coach Chris is thinking. He's thinking that referee is letting them right back in the game by calling a a penalty like that where we're up 2 goals. He's thinking less than 2 minutes to go in the period. They could score now on their power play, and it's just an awful feeling for a coach. There's a wrist shot high over the goal as Medford trying to set things up. And how about Aiden Johnson? Great job defensively. He clears. We're under a minute to go in the period. Medford on the attack now. Josh Amaral trying to defend here. Oh, what a move. John Donovan with the save. And the net was moved, so we'll have a face-off. We have 59 seconds to go on the Medford power play. And this is the longest shorthanded bid of Chris Capasso's, head coach Chris Capasso's life. For the Highlanders, I can still hear him. He's still barking at his players and the ref. Poor Chris. Nice job on the draw, Nick Cicerone. Medford putting on pressure here. There's Aiden now coming out with it, and puck is cleared. 44 seconds to go on the power play for Medford. On the attack again is Nick Cicerone from behind. Loose puck, flipped up in the air, just wide of the goal. And Aiden will clear. And that will do it for the second period. 2-0 remains. The Highlander lead. 1 period left. Will we come home with a championship? 15 minutes to go in this season. That's all there is. A championship game, the final, the last game, however you want to word it. For the 6 seniors, it's their last game in a Highlander uniform, and this is how they want to go out. They want to go out with a championship. The trophy, the cup, the whole shebang. Medford has been a nemesis in ice hockey in the Greater Boston League for everyone else for the last at least 10 years, and I would say more. They are perennial champions. They've either won it or shared it with other schools every year. I remember one year about 5 or 6 years ago, Somerville was able to share it with them, but Medford, they have been the team, and the Highlanders now, they, at this very moment, are number one. They're the team to beat. They're up 2 goals, 1 period to go. How do you want to end it? Medford has to finish their power play as there is 15 seconds to go on it, and the Highlanders, as usual, have been doing a great job killing the Medford power plays all the way through. 5 seconds to go on the Medford power play. 1 second, and now both teams at full strength. Medford now 0-4 on the power play, and that's really been a big difference here. That has really killed them. And the Highlanders, again, pouring on the pressure here. Aiden Johnson making things so difficult for Medford, as well as Tenzin, number 16 there. Great work, great hustle all around. You can just tell that the Highlanders, they want it so badly. They have not slowed down. The one-on-one battles for the puck, they've won most of them. The only thing that the Highlanders are deficient in is they have all 4 penalties. Medford has not been in the penalty box yet this evening, from what I can remember now. 3rd period action here. There's a wrist shot on goal, saved by Jack Donovan. Medford doing everything they can to try to apply pressure here on Somerville. Nice job, Alex Morgan. Stand-up defensive stop there. And the Highlanders in possession now on the attack. Back and forth action. Nick Cicerone will drive that in. Moving shift change here for the Highlanders. Josh Amaral, number 14. Winning those little battles are the Highlanders. Medford still a goose egg on the scoreboard. They've had their opportunities, and the Highlanders have shined so far. There's a deflected shot, save made, Jack in net. Loose puck skitters in front. Chris Bonney trying to clear. Puck is played through by Medford. And again, as I mentioned in the second period, being down 2 goals, Medford has to start shooting from all angles. The puck is iced here, so a face-off in the Somerville end, and the constant voice of Chris Capasso, coach of Somerville, constantly chirping at the boys and the referee. So we have a face-off to the left of Jack Donovan. Cosmo on the draw. Puck is played back from Medford at the point. Here's Cosmo now. He'll send it around to Aiden O'Donovan. Aiden trying to clear, and he does. Restart from Medford. We're at 12 minutes to go in this game. 2-0 Highlanders. This is a championship game. I never thought I would see the day where the Highlanders could actually come out on top in a championship against Medford in hockey. And this night, at least for right now, this could be that night. Medford on the attack, and greatly warded off there by Jack Donovan in goal. And we have something here. What do we have, a hooking call? Who's it on? And it looks like Aiden O'Donovan is going to take a trip to the sin bin here. So this is another power play for Medford. How many opportunities are you going to get on the draw? Medford, but an errant pass. And here's Nathan now, breakaway shorthanded, save made. And again, Medford winning the draw on the power play in the Somerville end, and they turn the puck over to Nathan Doe, and he skates on a breakaway. Nice save by Nacella in net. But my goodness, Medford, they cannot keep squandering these opportunities, and the Highlanders will gladly reciprocate any sort of mistake they make. And the official now speaking with the Highlander bench. I don't know if this is a bench warning or... And it looks like we're calling a timeout here. The referee talking to the Medford team, and Coach Chris wanting his team over to his bench immediately, and they didn't get there soon enough. And he will certainly have a discussion with them. And the Medford team now, they are in huddle. And there's a discussion with the official on the Medford side. We have 11:25 to go in this game. And 1 minute and 52 seconds to go here on the Medford power play. And they almost squandered the game by turning it over, leaving it for Nathan Doe with the breakaway. As both teams in discussion here, you can see the huddle for the Highlanders compared to the Medford team. They're more spread out over there. I kind of don't like that. I think they should be huddled up and more as a, well, we'll see what the situation here is. I'm not sure if there's an injury over there. Did you guys see anything? And I'm not sure if there's some first aid being administered to a young man on the bench there. Former Somerville High School varsity boys soccer coach George Scarpelli over there on scene. He's also, as we know, a Medford person. So I'm not sure if there's an injury or exactly what happened there. And it looks like we're ready to play on now. Again, 11:25 to go in this Greater Boston League Championship. Medford versus Somerville. The rivalry that has been in existence for ages. Medford, at some point, they need to get shots on goal. They don't have many on Jack Donovan. Nice defensive work by the Highlanders again. Great job, Nathan Doe. What a shift he has skated. Helping with the penalty kill there, and they clear again. Alec Morgan sending that flying to the Medford end. On the attack, Medford here. Back check, Cosmo, nice work. And it looks like we have a call on Medford here, a hooking call, and number 12 for Medford, Tyler Tadia, will even things up, 4-on-4. So in a minute 10, you'll have a 50-second power play for Somerville. Right now, 4-on-4, Cosmo on the draw. We play on. The Highlanders in a very good position here to be champions of the Greater Boston League. And the Highlanders again coming out with it. Aiden Johnson, he'll send the puck into the Medford end. And the onus is on Medford to create offense as the Highlanders, ahead by 2 goals, can just sort of send the puck right back into the opponent's end. Highlanders doing a nice job here, forechecking, making it difficult for Medford to even get some sort of an attack going. And a great shift here for Tenzin and Cosmo, Aiden Johnson, Chris Bonney. Here's Chris with a shot. Oh, my goodness. Just couldn't get the blade on the puck the way he wanted to. And we have another penalty being called here. And who is this on? And it looks like number 5 for Medford. Devin Page. So the Highlanders now, it looks like there's a timeout called here. So the Highlander coaching staff here wants to draw something up as they are now on the power play. Not looking good for Medford at this point. We have 9:29 to go in the game. They're down by 2 goals. They had a power play a minute ago, and they completely lost that with 2 straight penalties in the last 60, 70 seconds here. So the Highlanders just in full control and on their way to being Greater Boston League champions. They just have to play their game, not make any mistakes, and it will be theirs. So now, let's see if we get the numbers correct here. We have Cosmo at center, and this is a 5-on-3 for the Highlanders. So Medford in deep, deep trouble right now. If the Highlanders get that 3rd goal, you can pretty much kiss this game goodbye. 3rd period action. The Highlanders setting things up. 5-on-3. Moving the puck around to the Highlanders. And they will bide their time as they're up by 2 goals here. And you know on a 5-on-3, they want to score. We are looking at 5 seconds to go on this 5-on-3. And a wrist shot. Was it a goal? The Highlanders think they scored. And that was Aiden Johnson with the wrist shot. And I don't think there was a signal for it, so The score remains 2-0. Huge draw here with 2 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Huge draw. And Cosmo wins it, gets it to the point. Nice passing. Aiden, loose puck. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Cosmo won the draw there. Now we're at a 5-on-4. Oh, jeepers. There's a loose puck out front. Nachella, save made. And with the net movement, we have a whistle. And Medford just trying to save themselves at this point. They know that a third goal for Somerville, it's curtains for them. We have 8:22 to go in this game. 2-0 Highlanders face off in the neutral zone. 54 seconds to go on the Highlander power play. Here's Chris Bonney now restarting. He's being directed by Aiden. Now Aiden will pick up the pass, and the break is on. Nice communication there. And again, the Highlanders up by 2. They move the puck around so nicely on the power play here. We have 25 seconds to go on the Highlander power play. Under 8 minutes to go in the game. Here's a turnover. And right now, just all Highlanders. Complete domination as we approach 7:30 to go. You just don't want to make a mistake if you're the Highlanders and let up a goal. Then all of a sudden, it's a one-score game. So the Highlanders have to keep playing their game. Yes, they're in control. Things look very good, but that can change rapidly with one mistake. So you want to play your game. Here's Cosmo now. Shot, save made. Nachella. We approach the 7-minute mark. And the Highlanders is Nathan applying the pressure. Again, Medford having trouble getting the puck out of their own end. Josh Amaral with the shot, save made. Nachella on the attack, Medford. And again, the Highlanders, they're just a wave of defense. Every time a Medford player touches the puck, there's a Highlander player there to put the stop on. Medford, they've tried so hard to get an attack going this evening, and the Highlanders have thwarted them every time. There's a wrist shot, loose puck cleared, and we have a whistle here. We'll see what we have. We have 6:16 to go in this game. That's one thing we have, and we have a Highlander player on his way to the penalty box, Brendan Jones. So another power play for Medford here. This would be their 6th power play of the game, if my count is correct. A classic example here on the power play. If Medford scores, all of a sudden it's a 1-goal game. So Somerville has to keep playing that great penalty-killing defense they have. Ben. And they're doing a fine job so far. Puck is played in, and again, the Highlanders. Great work here, forcing Medford to ice the puck, and another miscue. So the face-off will take place all the way back in the Medford end. 1:45 to go on the Medford power play. Exactly 6 minutes, boys, to go in this game. And you can be Greater Boston League champions. Medford restarting. And again, turning the puck over to the Highlanders. I actually said it since the beginning. Just a little bit more firepower this year for the Highlanders, and it's really, you can just see it on the ice here. Every year it's Medford. They have the firepower. They are the perennial champions of this league. in this fractured season, it looks like it could come to an end for them. And Nathan clears. Medford trying to restart again. We're at the 5-minute mark to go in this game. Puck is played through. Loose puck in front and cleared by Aiden O'Donovan. What a career you've had at Somerville High School. Number 22, Aiden O'Donovan. Great work. And the Highlanders forechecking so well here, slowing down the Medford attack. Medford not able to get anything going. We're at 4:20 to go in this game, and in just a few seconds, both teams will be at full strength, and now we are. We approach the 4-minute mark. And that puck is driven back in again on that relentless forecheck of the Highlanders, and all the forwards have done a great job on every line tonight with that. A team game, and they've really played as a team, and they've done a terrific, terrific job on that forecheck. We're under 4 minutes left. Nick Cicerone trying to clear, slaps it around behind the net. Looked like it deflected off of one of the pipes, so Medford keeping it in for the moment. Pass, shot, save, Donovan, loose puck. Wrist shot, save made, Jack Donovan again. Somerville able to clear. We're approaching the 3-minute mark to go in this game. 2-0 Highlanders, and a championship awaits them. Exactly 3 to go. Chris Bonney driving that puck in. Cosmo is there. Nathan Doe is there. Nice job, Chris Bonney, keeping the puck in. And Medford now trying to establish an attack, having such a tough time. We approach 2.5 minutes to go. And again, Coach Chris chirping at his players. And the Highlanders just everywhere this evening. We are approaching 2 minutes to go in this game. 2:08 to be exact. Here's Tenzin on the forecheck. Nick Cicerone. And again, the Highlanders squeezing them in their own end all night long, all 3 periods, making it difficult. There's a wrist shot deflected into the netting. We'll have a face-off with 1:52 to go. And now, with under 2 minutes left, the Highlanders can taste this. You hear Coach Chris? On the draw here for Somerville, number 9, Nick Cicerone. And a timeout called by Medford, Sean Bates. I think he'll probably pull his goaltender here, throw in the extra skater. Just a couple, or actually a few acknowledgments here. Jack Donovan, the goaltender for the Highlanders. Chris Bonney, Aiden Johnson, Cosmo Curtatone, Josh Amaral, Jake McDonald. Congratulations to those seniors on a terrific career. All of a sudden, the arena very silent here. Is quiet conversation taking place at the benches, not something we're used to hearing. And it looks like the officials are just about ready to continue. Again, 1 minute and 52 seconds until the championship for the Highlanders if they hold. Puck is played in front of the goal. And it's important for Medford to start shooting. And they're in control with the extra skater right now, but no shots on goal here. Wrist shot blocked, and Cosmo now, can he break through? Oh my goodness! Just wide. I'm not sure if it was called a goal as the player dove into the net and moved it. And we will see here. Looks like there's a face-off on the Medford end, so it was not scored. And Coach Chris Capasso here really giving it to the ref again here. I'm thinking he wanted a penalty called on the player for moving the goal before the puck got there. At any rate, Cosmo on the draw as we approach a minute to go in this game. And Nacella covers up. 2-0 Highlanders in the third period with 1 minute and 11 seconds to go. Ben Martin on camera. Joe Constantine directing. They're both on pins and needles. And that is played into the netting. 1:08 to go in this game. We have a whole crop of players coming back next year. We certainly hope that the hysteria around the Commonwealth of Massachusetts will cease and varsity sports all over the state can continue in full. Under a minute to go in this game, and the Highlanders less than 60 seconds until they are champions of the Greater Boston League. 45 seconds to go. 45 seconds left for the seniors. Again, this is the last game of this fractured season, and it will end, barring anything tragic, with a championship for the Highlanders. We are at 38 seconds to go. Clock is still ticking. 2-0. Here's Aiden with the steal. Wrist shot is blocked. 30 seconds to go. And how about Aiden on the forecheck here? Just slowing them down still. Puck is cleared. Icing is called. 20.5 seconds to go. Is it safe to call this a championship for the Highlanders at this point? Face off in the Medford end. On the draw, Cosmo here trying to create. 15 seconds to go. 10 seconds to go. And this should just about do it here. And the Highlanders, Greater Boston League champions they are. And that will do it here. A joyous team, the Highlanders. You're talking about a lot of years. You're talking about several years always coming out the short end, especially to Medford. Again, Medford has been the king of the GBL. And, of course, those 2 years at the Northeast Conference for years. And even though it was really kind of a fractured season, of course, it's nice to see the Highlanders finally have their due, finally have their day, as they are champions of the league with an undefeated season. So congratulations to one and all. We congratulate the Medford Mustang team. They had a great season themselves. They just didn't quite have the horses this year. So it looks like we're going to have a trophy or a cup presentation here to the Highlanders. Congratulations, Greater Boston League champions. And you can see the captains there, a few of the seniors. First photo op of many. You know, I'll just read down the roster here. The athletic director, Stan Vieira, making his comments. And yes, this will be probably the beginning of many, many photo ops this evening. See if I can get on the roster here while they're taking pictures. John Donovan, Owen Rosas, Brady Roach, Nathan Doe, Dylan Marujo, Christopher Bonney, Evander Gosselin, Nick Cicerone, Aiden Johnson, Alexander Morgan, Cosmo Curtatone, Chris DeAngelis, Josh Amaral, Peter Lounsbury, Tenzin Gassar, Brendan Jones, Jake McDonald, Aiden O'Donovan, Jack Marujo. They are your Greater Boston League champions for 2021. Congratulations. As the celebration and the photo ops continue here. Looks like we have parents coming onto the ice here. It's so nice to see a less hysterical situation. Very nice to see. A breath of fresh air, of course. And the champions soaking up the attention and the photographs that they have earned. Congratulations to them. And you have a bunch of happy boys there. And there you have it, folks, your champions. Many happy parents here and family members of the boys. And the celebration starts. Zamboni's coming out here. Wants to run them right off the ice, maybe. It's a good thing it's working. And congratulations again to the boys. Well deserved. Ben Martin, great job on camera. Joe Constantine, awesome, awesome work behind the scenes directing. My name is Tim Cronin, and the Highlander hockey team are your champions.